Do you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely, 100%.
If you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
100% Trump.
Okay. Why is that?
Um, because he was by far the best option, and he actually wanted to be president. I don't think Kamala did.
I think Kamala Harris definitely wanted to be president. Can you tell me why you think that?
Well, she didn't do enough sit downs. Took her over a month when she first announced her campaign in July. Took her over a month to have her first sit down. That's
Okay. If
not
she if
the
she if she did a sit down within the first 30 days, would you have voted for her?
no,
Okay. Give me a reason why you didn't vote for her. Come on.
because she copied and pasted Joe Biden's policies on their campaign website. She just
No,
wasn't
she
ready.
didn't.
She did. She
No,
did.
she didn't. She slightly
She
deferred
did.
the two policies. And again, I'll ask you this question: if she didn't 100% copy Biden's policies, would you have voted for her?
There's a lot of other things that she would have had
Okay,
to
so
have
then
done.
what specifically is a
No,
reason why you did not vote for her and you voted for Donald Trump?
well, I just gave you two.
Those weren't
So,
reasons. I just proved to you that they weren't reasons because I said if they were otherwise, would you have still voted for Donald Trump? And you said yes. So
uh, because I find her as like a political insider, um, and somebody that is just a puppet. Um, and so that's reason number three.
okay, how do you identify that someone is a political insider and a puppet?
When they, you can make the same assertion about JD Vance. He came up a little bit too quick, but somebody who really hasn't done a lot, didn't get any votes when she ran for president in 2020. She was one of the first ones out. Didn't even, if I
I mean,
remember correctly,
she had more percentage of the Democratic Party. She had 8 to 15% in the Democratic primary in 2020. JD Vance did not have that. So would you say that JD Vance is a puppet and a political insider?
you can make that assertion, but we're not talking about him right now. It's between Trump and Harris.
So I have a
So
question then. Who would? Okay, so then the point that I'm making then is that if your issue is that she quote unquote came up too quickly, what would you prefer? Because she literally worked right as a prosecutor, as a district attorney, as the attorney general for California. She worked as a senator, and then she became vice president. So like, what should she have done otherwise?
she should have had a better track record
By doing what?
coming up. Well, one, not I guess I don't want to say it because you'll probably boot me, but I think you know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
She had relations with people with power
Okay.
to
Do you
gain
have
her
any
way.
evidence? Who did she engage in intercourse with to be able to get to a
Uh,
particular position?
what's his name? Brown, last name Brown, in California.
Okay, so Willie Brown, she did not sleep with Willie Brown in order to be able to get to any particular political position. Which political
Do
position
you
did
got
she
proof of
get
that?
into because she slept with Willie Brown?
Do you got proof of that? Because
No,
all the
you're the
uh,
one that has to provide proof because you claim that she got to the position because of sleeping with Willie Brown. So would you like to provide me any evidence of that actually being the case?
yes, I can pull that up.
Go ahead.
Um, but just know that we're on reason number four, so I can go down the list.
Wait, no, I asked you for evidence that provides
Right.
any idea to believe that she slept her way to the top. So,
So yeah, Willie Brown publicly stated that he and Kamala
Kamala.
had dated. Had
Yeah,
dated.
yeah,
Sure, I dated Kamala Harris. So what?
Kamala. Yeah, what about dating Kamala Harris means that she quote unquote slept her way to the top? Did Willie Brown say that she quote unquote slept her way to the top?
No, that's not what he said. But I mean, it's kind of it goes without saying.
No, it doesn't.
But I don't want to get
No,
too
wait,
far
why,
off topic here. It seems like we're
so if it
pivoting.
goes without saying, you're saying that you're just assuming that.
Oh, well, when somebody dates, what does that mean? Two adults dating? I mean, hello, ring ring.
Yeah, two adults dating doesn't mean that it is the case that one quote unquote slept their way to the top. Would you assume that Willie Brown slept his way to the top because he dated Kamala Harris?
I'm sure he did some nefarious activities, some corrupt stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, corrupt stuff.
Uh, I I've not done a deep dive, but
So you just
it's
assumed
politics.
that he engaged in corruption. That seems really weird. Why?
I would assume I would assume every single politician has done something corrupt,
So Trump has done
especially
something
if they've been
corrupt?
there a while. I'm sure he has. Yeah, and same thing in business. Yeah.
Okay, so but
So no, no,
I asked you, what reason do you have? Would you question whether or not he slept his way to the top?
it's a bit different for males, right? Don't
Did you
white males have?
did you question if JD Vance slept his way to the top?
No, but
Why not?
I I would question that he got there in some other ways.
Wait, so why don't you question whether or not he slept his way to the top? Is it because he's a man?
It's kind of harder for men to sleep with
Oh,
women than it is women to sleep with men.
wait. Couldn't it also be men sleeping with men?
Common knowledge. Well, yeah, it could be men sleeping with men. That's
So JD Vance could have
that's a
slept
thing
his way to the
too.
top. Why don't you think that?
Because he's married to a woman.
But that doesn't mean that he wouldn't sleep his way to the top. You understand that you can be bisexual, right?
He could.
Okay, so then why is that a
There's no
reason?
stories out there.
So then why is that a reason to believe that that didn't happen?
Well, it could have. Just take a look at
Okay,
Hollywood.
so you think JD Vance might have slept his way to the top?
There's a slight chance, but there's
There's a
absolutely no
slight
evidence
chance,
of that.
right? So is there any evidence Kamala Harris slept her way to the top? Because I mean,
I just said Willie Brown.
Willie Brown. Okay. So again, her dating Willie Brown does not mean she slept her way to the top. That's a ridiculous statement for you to make. What evidence do you have that
Okay,
because
that's
she
your
dated Willie
opinion.
Brown, it got her to the position she was at?
Okay, that's your opinion, and you can have your opinion, but I got mine. But let's not get too far off
Wait, no,
the
you have that
topic.
opinion, but I'm asking if you have any evidence behind that opinion.
Do you have any evidence that politicians gain power the right way?
Well, that would be a negative claim. Right? You'd have to provide evidence that they did something corrupt to get into that position.
I mean, just look at politics. Just open a book and read.
Okay, so then you must have thought that Donald Trump slept his way to the top, then, right?
No, I didn't say sleep.
Okay, so then why are you only assuming that when it comes to women?
Did Donald Trump
Answer the question.
gain power?
Why are you only doing that when it comes to women?
I'm not.
You are.
I'm just doing it.
Can you name a
No, I'm not.
man
I'm
that
doing it
wait,
with Kamala.
name the name of a single man that you believe slept their way to the top?
What's his name? The Santos guy.
The Santos guy, George Santos?
Yes, the Republican.
Who did he sleep with? Trump?
I,
Why did he commute his sentence?
because of I've not done a deep dive in it, but the punishment was pretty harsh.
He only
What did
served
he do
he
wrong?
only served 3 months. He was convicted of fraud.
Yes, yes, but how much time did he get?
He only served 3 months.
Where at though?
Does that matter?
It does matter.
I don't know where he was located.
Exactly. It was a max federal prison where he was
How long do you
confined for
think someone
23
should
hours a day.
Let me ask you, someone commits fraud, how long do you think they should stay in prison?
I think that they should be punished, but to be confined for 23 hours a day for, and I forgot how much time he
So
got.
then why
What,
didn't he
like
just move
6 years or
him to a
something?
different
Yeah.
prison?
Because that was what the judge did. Trump has the power to commute the sentence, but does he have the power? I could be wrong on this, but does he have the power to
If
say
he's
no, judge,
commuting
you're
the
wrong?
sentence, can't he just commute the sentence at a future date?
So instead of 7 years, like 1 year or what?
Yeah, instead of 3 months.
I guess that would be a question for him, but and it may or may not be the case. I don't know if Trump can say the 7 years or whatever it was is too harsh. So let's just do 1 year. It's either on or off. It's binary. Either you commute them or you don't. Uh, there's no in between. I think you would agree with that, right?
So one, all right, who did George Santos sleep with? You don't know. You just assumed that because he's
No,
gay.
but you kind of see. This is what you do. We're talking about Harris versus Trump, and then you go off on these things. This is what you did with Charlie Kirk.
Actually, you did
Yeah, the
that.
topic
You
is
just
one thing, and then
you brought up that you thought that she slept her way to the top, which I disproved, And now I'm actually asking you whether or not you think other people, quote unquote, slept their way to the top, because I think that you're misogynistic and you're only applying it to
Well,
women.
I'm sure they did.
You're the
yeah.
one who brought this up.
So it's misogynistic for you to not see that.
What? What did you just say?
It's misogynistic for you to believe that.
For me to believe what?
To believe that I'm misogynistic.
How is it misogynistic for me to believe that you're misogynistic? That's stupid.
Because you have a baseless claim that you're making based on my opinion.
How is it baseless?
Of one woman. Based on one woman.
And me making a baseless claim does not mean that I'm misogynistic, right? Right? What is misogyny? Do you know what misogyny is?
Oh my God.
I'm asking, yeah, what do you know what misogyny is?
You're bad at this, man. You're so bad, Parker. You're so bad at this. Stick to the topic. Let's go back.
I think I'm pretty fine at this.
Reset.
I like how you don't want to answer the question. Is that why you don't want to answer the question?
Parker, you're getting cooked.
Is that why you don't want to answer the question?
In a way to
Is that why you don't want to answer the question?
Harris. No, I'm just done with it. Let's get back to Trump versus Harris because you're getting cooked.
I like how you're pivoting. Nice pivot. If you pivot
No,
enough,
that's
people
what you're
won't
doing.
realize,
I'm trying to
right?
stop you from pivoting. Stick to the topic.
I'm not
Just
the one
like
who
Charlie
pivoted.
Kirk
You
told
brought this up.
Just like Charlie Kirk told you, stick
Well,
to
just
the
like
topic.
Charlie Kirk, you're getting destroyed in the debate.
No, you. If you're talking about Jubilee, you had 4 attempts, and every single time that you got up there,
I beat him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Can you name one point he beat me on?
When it came to the Senate.
What about the
purpose of
Senate?
You said the Senate was DEI, and then he educated you. Absolutely.
How did he educate me?
You took you to school.
By saying what?
I forgot word for word, but he basically told you.
No, he just called the argument silly. That's all he did. That's literally all he did.
Right. And then I think it was the second time that you got up there.
Do you want me to play the clip on the? Oh, let's play the clip and let's see what how the debate went. Do you want to watch it?
I want you to show the second one where y'all were supposed to talk about one thing and then you immediately went to Christianity.
Wait, hold up. Wait.
Just completely, just out of the gate pivot.
Me talking about Christianity doesn't mean I lost the debate. Now, let me point up. Let's talk about the conversation in terms of the
yes, it does because you
the electoral college in the Senate being DEI. So take a listen in. Let's listen to that conversation real quick.
The entire
Senate. The Senate is technically DEI in a certain sense for like small states.
Like Rhode Island and Hawaii.
I'm giving you an example. California, I get less of a vote than someone who exists in Wyoming. We're giving people in Wyoming more say than they necessarily should, given that they're one individual. So why do you believe in DEI as it relates to how our government is set up? You don't believe in DEI in terms of allowing for people who are black or who are women to be in positions of power that they have not been allowed in historically speaking.
So your argument is that the U.S. Senate is a DEI? I gotta be honest, I've never heard that argument, but I think it's a little silly.
How is it silly? Argue against it instead of just saying it's silly.
Well,
under your definition,
well,
why is it
because it's not
DEI?
based on race. It's colorblind. It's not that. Oh, we
Wait,
get white
again,
states
DEI
more
is
and
not
black
only
states
based on
more.
race.
Hold on a second.
Diversity for country, diversity for rural, equity for
Hold on a
rural,
second.
and inclusion of
So,
rural.
well, that's an
That's
interesting- it's
DEI.
an
You
interesting
think DEI is only
diversity.
race
Let me
because
ask you a
you
question.
associate it with Kamala Harris.
Is there a single instance in corporate America where DEI is implemented where diversity means anything other than skin color diversity?
So diversity,
No, it's not
women,
about viewpoint.
women.
What?
You have to move the goalpost a little bit because you got destroyed there.
You just got removed for community guidelines anyway. Charlie got cooked. He got destroyed. And the fact that he even thinks that tells me he didn't even watch the clip. He had no clue who he was talking about. And he was just saying that because he was clearly mad that I beat him in a debate. And he was trying to pivot away from that.